bullying mean to you?
So bullying is like the oppression of a person or like a group of people just based on something superficial like what they look like or what they actually like or anything that just is a quality about them that you just don't like. And I mean, it's bullying whether you see that it's bullying or not, because if you think that you're just joking around but they're obviously not getting the joke, then you should just stop the joke, because it's not a joke if everybody's not laughing.
So what does bullying mean to you?
Bullying is when someone who has personal problems of their own decides to take out their problems on someone who they feel is lesser than them and make them feel bad about themselves and hurt them.
Bullying like to you?
Bullying looks like to me when someone is insecure or upset about something, so they take out their anger or frustration on another person, usually the weaker kid. So if there's something wrong with the kid, they'll target their weakness and use it against them and really break down their spirit, because it makes them feel better about themselves, because they might be having problems at home or something else might be bothering them, so they do what they can to get rid of that.
What does bullying like to you?
Well, bullying, in my case, not only is physical, but it's also verbal. The way you talk to someone can change their life forever. You never know what type of stuff that person is going through, and you really want to be a good influence on that person. So always be nice, be kind, because you don't know what they're going through.
What is bullying to you?
It's someone who has low security, so they have to push other people down so they can build themselves up.
I am ready and action.
Okay, so what is cyberbullying to you?
Well, usually on cyberbullying, people like say stuff behind other people's backs, and like the thing is that you're behind a screen, so you don't know like who's really talking to you, and then it gives them more like courage, and like it makes them say stuff that they don't even want to say to you like in person.
Awesome. And what is bullying to you?
Bullying, I think, is ruining someone's self-esteem out of maybe your own gain. Maybe you have low self-esteem yourself, but it's just like, I guess, being mean to someone for, your own purposes. But it really seems like for no reason, just being a bad person to somebody for no reason.
What bullying looks like to me is either physical bullying, where you're physically hurting someone, or not physically, which could be words and can hurt emotionally. Both ways you're still hurting the person, so it still will be considered bullying.
I've never been severely bullied, but I think everyone grows up, and throughout life you get those times where people tease you or they just joke about you. But I've learned to just I know that even if someone bullies me, I have people that actually care about me and they don't feel the same way that bullies feel. So I know people have my back, so what bullies say, it doesn't affect me much.
Have you ever been bullied?
In elementary school, I was bullied a lot because I had surgery on my heart when I was a baby. So people would make fun of the scar or say mean things about it, but I just didn't care about what they had to say. I just got through elementary fine.
Have you ever been bullied?
I have before, people making fun of my skin, my weight, my color, the way I look. Like I'll wear something like they didn't like approve of it, and yeah, it does hurt, and it is really upsetting when people bully you, because it really breaks you down inside and makes you so sad. But you just have to put a smile on your face and just be like, oh well.
Have you ever been bullied, and how did you handle that? Do you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot.
I have been bullied before. When I was first just like getting my feet on the ground, I was very shy at first. I did not want to talk to anyone. There was a lot of difficulties in my life, and I was going through a lot. I was very overly socially awkward. I did not feel good around people at all. And there was a lot of different things that were going on. Like, I remember this one guy, he just always would pick on me for the smallest things, and it would always get on my nerves. Well, all I gotta say is you just gotta work past that and keep being yourself, because trust me, it'll pay off in the long run. And sometimes there might be a reason why you're getting bullied. It might be something you're doing to other people. It's also a reality check. You gotta check what you're doing, what other people are doing. You gotta ask questions to friends, because that's what I had to do to move past that. Because I found that if you just sit to yourself and bicker to yourself, you're not gonna get any better, and people aren't gonna like you any better. So I think that not only is bullying not tolerable, but you have to do something about it yourself. If you're being bullied, you have to put some kind of play into there, and I think that's really important.
Awesome. Didn't bully you, right?
No. Okay, this might be a little kind of long. I'm not sure.
But just try to keep it as
short
to the point as possible.
Oh my god. Okay, you ready? Okay. So around 7th, 8th grade, people used to make fun of what I wore and stuff, and how I handled it was, at that time I was getting close to God, so I would pray about it and like pray to God, and so like no one knew me for who I was, they judged me by how I looked. So I prayed to God, because I knew how He saw me. So I just looked up to God when it came to that. But if I were to see someone else being bullied, I would stand up for them. I don't know if that even makes sense, but yeah.
I regret it.
Should I go? So, I remember being bullied as early as elementary school because your girl had some nice thick eyebrows. And so obviously people would always pick on me for having big eyebrows or just not being pretty enough or tan enough. I'm white, it's who I am, it's how I was made. And I've come to realize that later on in life. But so I was never like the perfect idea of what was beautiful. And so forever kids would always pick on me and make fun of me for that. And so that was really hard growing up.
Do you know of someone who has been bullied, and what did you do?
Yes. So I was actually away at school when I found out my sister had actually been cyberbullied by a friend. She went on Twitter, and my sister somehow came across, or one of her friends ended up sharing with her that, hey, have you seen what this girl has been saying about you? They approached her, and she's like, oh, I'm not saying those things, and she wouldn't stop. They were just horrible. Nothing you should tell someone. And it was just rough to see my sister walk through that. It came to the point that we had to step in, and thankfully my sister was on a travel volleyball team and knew the vice principal, and we got involved everybody in school to get to stop it. But it wasn't until leadership had to step in, and I don't think it should take that long. But thank God it was resolved.
You can just bring them out of that situation, but if not, after the bully leaves or anything like that, I'd suggest that you go over there and talk to that person and let them know that whatever the bully said isn't true, or help them throughout their situations, and just be a friend to that person, because it's never good to feel alone.
Have you ever witnessed bullying, and what did you do?
I have witnessed bullying a lot, and for instance, one of my best friends was being bullied and targeted by this bigger, like stronger, prettier girl, and she was kind of like breaking her down, saying you're weak, you're too skinny, things like that. You need to eat more. Does your mom feed you? Are you poor? Things that really are not nice. And I kind of stepped in and said, hey, there's a bully-free zone. We're not gonna do this. If you want to be mean, you can go be mean to your own friends, but leave her alone. And so, or I went and grabbed an adult, and they broke it up, and they talked to each other, and they figured out what the main thing was going on.
Have you ever witnessed bullying, and what did you do?
I have witnessed a kid being bullied before. Unfortunately, I had to step in and separate them because it was turning into a bad direction. And I just hope I never have to see it again.
So how have you handled bullying that you've witnessed?
Well, I know there's a kid in our grade that has been bullied before. And what I do is I try to I'm his friend, so I try to say hi, be friendly to him and stuff, say how's it going. and I stay out of that. I don't want to bully him. He's a cool kid, but if I see people like bullying him in any way, being mean, making fun of him, I just ask them to stop, and like that's not cool. So I just tell them like, hey, don't do that, dude. They're God's creation too.
Awesome.
Well, the thing is that there's always people that are going to be bullied, and it gets worse every year. But the thing is that you have to like turn to God, and there's always going to be people that will lead you. You just have to like wait for the right timing, and just doing it back doesn't make it seem better, it just makes everything seem worse. And usually there's kids who commit suicide because of this, and it's just not healthy for our environment.
Have you ever been bullied?
I have been back in middle school a lot. That's part of the reason why I became homeschooled, because it really hurt me and I didn't want to deal with it anymore, and I tried to cope with the pain by myself. But the only way you can get through that sort of thing is to look to God. It's the only way.